Welcome, Andrew. Introduce yourself.
All right, guys. Well, my name is Andrew Cuthbert. I'm a 5-year Marine Corps veteran. And after I got out the Marine Corps, I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and tore my ACL. When I had the surgery, at the VA, they didn't treat me the best. They were kind of like handling me as if I was an old man. And it never really healed. It never really healed after the surgery within that 6 months that the doctor said it's gonna get better. So 2 years later, still trying to get back into jiu-jitsu, I came across Bill, and now 3 months later, I'm back on the mats.
Cool. So just for those that are just joining this, we worked through my 3-month coaching program. This was online. You had the ACL Reconstruction. You still had pain in your knee, stiffness. You had issues where it was translating in the rest of your body. Can you just share some of the frustrations you were running into?
Well, as a veteran that had PTSD and that was dealing with it, what we do when we feel intense emotion is we withdraw. That's a common thing that we do. And there was a point, maybe like a couple weeks into it, where I had so much going on that I withdrew. And I stopped doing the exercises. I really just, there was so much going on. And you approached me not as if I was another client, but more as like a friend. And you were like, hey, what's going on? Because a big part of your program, it's not just your knee. You look at it holistically. And you say, okay, what's going on in the body? There's something going on in the mind. And you asked me what was going on, and I let you know. And you helped me feel more comfortable, and I was able to progress, and I just took off from there.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what are you experiencing now? Like in your body? I know you're back rolling in jiu-jitsu now. You're working out. Share a little bit about what you're doing as a result of working for the past 3 months.
Well, you see, me, I like to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I like to do powerlifting, strength training. I like flipping tires. I like doing all that. But prior to working with you, I couldn't do that, and I really didn't feel confident doing it because I felt like my knee was very unstable and was very wobbly, and I was putting all the pressure on my right side, so my right knee started to hurt. So now, especially with the mobility exercises, I'm regaining that balance. Like I have that balance now, so like I'm focused on both sides instead of just my right knee like leaning over to this side. I'm doing both sides. Now I'm able to roll, and a big part of your program too is to calm your nervous system. Like that's like the main thing, like to just tell your nervous system like it's okay. And it didn't. Not only did I do that with my knee, but like just like everything, like my mind is just like I learned to calm down. So now it's like I'm even better at exercising because I'm not only trying to go 1,000 miles an hour. I understand that there's that important rest element as well.
Nice. Two of the big concerns that I have about someone watching this or working with me, it's like one is that I'm not there in person. That it's some guy on the internet concerned about working with me and how that would help them.
Well, to address that, I was one of the biggest skeptics because when you approached me with your program and you told me how you were gonna do it, I was just like, how's that gonna work? But I was desperate. Like you were my last hope. It was either that or just never do jiu-jitsu again. So maybe like couple weeks into it, I realized that, hey, I'm not a child. Like, you tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it because I want to heal my knee. And you being here, you being online, like, I really don't need, like, personally, I don't need to be babysat. So it's like you gave me the things to do, and I did it because I wanted to get back into jiu-jitsu. And any questions that I had, all I had to do was text you, and you were right there, and, to answer my question. You didn't take that long at all. So, yeah, you're online, but it's just like having a teacher. Like, I really didn't see the difference because I could contact you anytime.
Yeah, it was, well, you had my you texted me, called me whenever you needed support on that. What about in terms of like being remote? Because a lot of people are like, well, this physical therapist or this massage therapist can see me down the street and they can work on my knee. How was my program matching up to that? Of course, I wasn't there to work on your knee, but in terms of like having me there in a remote sense.
All right. Well, this is my experience, right? I was doing my physical therapy at the veterans clinic. Now, I went there in person, and they just focus on my left knee. They just grab it, they twist it, they give it a little massage. They put me on machines. They make me just work out my left knee. So I'm just focused on my knee, but the real issue, whatever happens in the mind happens in the body. So there was nothing about the nervous system mentioned at all. I don't even think they even know what that is unless they're a neurosurgeon over there, the VA. So your approach, since you're focused on the mind, you say, okay, how can we calm down the nervous system? You don't get that from any of these physical therapists. And I'm sure they charge way more than you do, but you don't get that from them. So that holistic approach that you say, okay, what's going on with the nervous system? Drink fish oil because that'll lubricate your joints and help heal your gut. And drink water. You see, like I'm drinking water now, drink water, little simple things, get enough sleep, take the Tramil, anytime you're feeling pain, like all these things you don't get from a physical therapist. Mm-hmm. So you can't get wrapped around the idea that, oh, he's on the computer. No, the man knows what he's talking about. So you should want the convenience of being able to just pull you up on the screen anytime, like, the Skype screen or your phone, whenever. Because a physical therapist, you can't call him or text him at any time and ask him for any advice or whatever. Because with you, I said, Bill, like, the front of my knee is hurting. What do I do? All right, do module 7 and rub some Tramil on it. All right, cool. Hey, my knee's locking up. All right, do module 10 and the passive stretching and, rub some ice on it or whatever. It's like, I can't ask that from a physical therapist. So that was my experience with it.
Yeah. So anybody that is on the fence, what would you say to them?
Just do it. It's that simple. You can think about it. You can wrap yourself around circles. Like I said, I was a very big skeptic. But once I kind of just took a step back and was just like, you know what? Just do it. What can you lose? Because I'm sure if they got to the point where they've got to you, Bill, that they've exhausted all their options. So they need that different style, that different approach, and they're going to get it with you. So just do it.
Cool. Anything else you'd like to add?
That's about it, man. I thank you so much because, let me tell you, I was down in the dumps before I met you, and because jiu-jitsu was a very big part of my life, that's how I dealt with my stress. So when I tore my ACL, it was just 2 years later, I'm still not able to train. It was very frustrating. But I remember the very first assignment that you gave, you said, what issues do I have? What's going on in my mind? What am I afraid of? Mm-hmm. What do I fear? And right out of the gate, I started to feel more comfortable because I'm like, wow, he cares about what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to get on the mat. And you address that, and here I am, 3 months later, right back on the mat. So thank you.
Okay, Andrew. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you.